If you are struggling with English pronunciation, then I have two things to say to you. 1. You are not alone, so chin up. And 2. You are going to want to stick around and watch this video, because I have compiled some of the most commonly mispronounced English words, especially for Japanese speakers, and I am going to help you with their correct pronunciation today. Hello guys, and welcome back to my podcast. This podcast is for those learning and studying English. I am confident you will be able to practice English conversation, listening, and practice speaking like a native. This may also help those preparing for any English exams. Even if you are a beginner English speaker, you are welcome. Let us learn English with podcast conversation. If you have been here before, welcome back. And if you are new, thank you so much for coming. Okay, so as I mentioned, today we are tackling some of the most commonly mispronounced words in English, especially those which are difficult for speakers of Japanese who are learning English. Don't worry, I've got you and you got this. I will also use the words in sentences so you can shadow and practice. Numbers. Numbers that end with the word teen are sometimes confused with those that end with ty. Let's work on the teen ones first. 13. 13. My son is 13 years old. 13. 14. 14. We have 14 cats. 14. 15. 15. I walk for 15 minutes every day. 15. 16. 16. The conference will last for 16 days. 16. 17. 17. I wish I was 17 again. 17. 18. 18. You are an adult when you become 18. 18. 19. 19. The ticket costs $19. 19. Okay, now let's practice those that end with ty. 30. 30. Today the temperature reached 30 degrees. 30. 40. 40. The dress costs $40. 40. 50. 50. In many countries, the speed limit is 50 miles per hour. 50. 60. 60. The retirement age is 60 years old. 60. 70. 70. Mary is 70 years old. 70. 80. 80. Her husband is 80 years old. 80. 90. 90. Only 90 people attended the concert. 90. Now, let's go to ordinal numbers. Ordinal numbers are those that talk about the position of objects. First. First. Soccer is my first love. First. Second. Second. James came second in the race. Second. Third. Third. The U.S. is the third largest country in the world. Third. Fourth. Fourth. No one wants to be fourth place. Fourth. Fifth. Fifth. That's the fifth earthquake this month. Fifth. Sixth. Sixth. Mangoes are the sixth item on the shopping list. Sixth. Seventh. Seventh. Today is the seventh. Seventh. Eighth. Eighth. Henry VIII was a king of England. Eighth. Ninth. Ninth. It's the singer's ninth album. Ninth. 10th. 10th. Jordan was placed 10th. 10th. 12th. 12th. Laura's birthday is May 12th. 12th. So, that's it for numbers. And I assure you, with just a little practice, you will become perfect at this in no time. Now, let's cover a few words that have the letter R and L, which can be a little difficult to tackle. Please. Please. Can you hand me the ball, please? Please. Lettuce. Lettuce. The price of lettuce is on the rise. Lettuce. Right. Right. Turn right at the next traffic light. Right. Ruler. Ruler. Chloe borrowed my ruler. Ruler. Really. Really. Is Wayne really coming today? Really. Regular. Regular. Paul has become a regular at the local bar. Regular. Relatively. Relatively. Japan is a relatively large island. Relatively. Okay, how about these words with the F and H sounds? Coffee. Coffee. Coffee takes Momo Sensei to her happy place. Coffee. Smartphone. Smartphone. People spend too much time on their smartphones these days. Smartphone. Earphone. Earphone. Please unplug the earphone. Earphone. Okay. Now let's go over a few words with TH. And don't feel bad, because even native English speakers often struggle with these words. Think. Think. If you think you can run, wait until you meet Matt. Think. Thought. Thought. Emily thought about getting a piercing. Thought. Truth. Truth. The truth hurts sometimes. Truth. And here is an interesting tip. The word the is sometimes pronounced the before a vowel sound. For example, the uninvited guests. The is also pronounced the when it is emphasizing something. For example, she is the Queen of England. You can't speak to her like that. But it's often pronounced the when it comes before a consonant sound. For example, the universe. And here is another important tip, which could make it easier to determine how to pronounce words that start with th. Usually, if the word is a conjunction, article, or pronoun, then it's usually pronounced with the hard th sound. However, if the word is a noun, verb, adjective, or adverb, then usually it uses the soft th sound. For example, think, thorn, thumb, thorough. For words that have th at the end, usually the hard th pronunciation is used if there is an e after the th and if the word is a verb. For example, words like bathe and breathe. But be careful because this is not always the case. And nouns that end in th usually take the soft pronunciation. For example, truth and cloth. Wow, that was a lot. Well, I just have 2 more categories to cover before we wrap up. But here's a little quiz while we take a breather. There are some words where the th is not pronounced. In other words, the th is just pronounced as t. Can you think of 2 of them? I will give you 2 hints. One is a herb and one is an Asian country. Time and Thailand. There are a few others, so if these were not your guesses, that's okay. Alright, so the next set of words have the letter V. Volunteer. Volunteer. Japan has many volunteer firefighters. Volunteer. Volleyball. Volleyball. Thomas is not good at volleyball, but he can play golf. Volleyball. Vibrate. Vibrate. Put your phone on vibrate before going into the meeting. Vibrate. And lastly, words that has st or sts. Stock. Stock. The company is taking stock tomorrow. Stock. Costs. Costs. That bag costs $1,000. Costs. Test. Test. Marla is confident she will pass the test. Test. Host. Host. Larry is a great show host. Host. Wow. We did it. That's some of the English words that are difficult to pronounce. I know there are some other common ones that I didn't include. But feel free to tell me in the comments which others I should have included. Maybe I can create a subsequent podcast with those. Or feel free to email me privately. I will respond. Remember, I really want to hear from you. You did well today. Thank you for listening. I hope to see you again soon. Thank you.